What is going on, everyone? I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another Thursday night chat. We're going to be hanging out, talking comic books, and reviewing them. Before we do that, though, let's hit the intro. I hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful Thursday. It's rather hot here in Kansas, about 97, 98 degrees today. It was crazy. Enough about me. Let's go ahead and bring in the panel. First up, we got Dave from Mark Spector Comics eating a sandwich. What is going on, bro?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing well. Next up, we got Alan Rue. What is going on, dude?
Hey, man. Not much.
Next up, we got Rob's Fat Stacks.
It's a lot cooler here, brother. It's only low 70s.
I saw the map, and it's over the complete middle of the United States, and in California, it's like cooler than all get out there. I'm jealous about this.
On top of that, it's the ocean breeze, so there's only a slight humidity, not your hot and humid.
Right. And last, certainly not least, we got nephew Flo. What is going on, Flo?
What is up? I am also eating a sandwich, but you cannot see.
Okay, awesome avatar, by the way. I'm speaking to Flo, not Dave, of course.
But also an awesome avatar.
So I asked my kids what movie they wanted to see because we have finals coming up, and everyone's pretty much done at this point. And so I said, "Do you guys want to watch Marvel or DC?" Of course, they picked Marvel in one class. And I didn't give him the choice in the other class. I picked the Batman, right? So I'm throwing it up on the screen, and we have it on a projector in a room, and it's during the day. So it's super light on the inside of my classroom. You can't see anything on the screen. The whole movie is so dark. The kids cannot see any. I can see it just fine on my screen, but on the projector on the wall, they can't see anything. But that movie was pretty good, and that's why I wanted to watch it again. So.
See, you guys are eating sandwiches. Beckerman's eating a sandwich. I feel like Alan and I missed out on the sandwiches in the green room.
Yes. Before
Sandwiches?
Yeah, apparently they were
in the production meeting
ahead of time, and we missed it.
Yeah, you missed the meeting. The meeting minutes.
Rob, how did the two biggest guys here miss the sandwiches?
Right.
That's what I was wondering.
I gotta pull up this picture here, and I'm gonna do it here in just a second. It's really funny. Before I get to anything else, I do want to say that Thursday Night Chat brought to you by Eric over at @comicbook_Preston on Instagram. If ever need any books pressed, hit up Eric over at @comicbook_Preston on IG. Say Steve sent you. Use promo code BURK54 to get free shipping back to you on your first order. Also, if you're considering starting a YouTube channel, consider StreamYard. Hit the affiliate link below. It's the same price for you, but I get a little kickback as well. So if you're considering starting a YouTube channel, consider StreamYard and hit that affiliate link below. Okay, let's go ahead and say hi to everyone over in the chat, and then we'll get started here. Rob is here, obviously. He was the first one here. Where's Ruby G at? Where's Ruby G? Ruby G's always first one here.
Ruby G was on hot seat with Gary B, and I was there. I was just the first to bail from there, and already had your window open.
I appreciate that. Tom's Caps, what is going on, Rob? Hey, Rob got my shirt yesterday. Nice.
There you go. Like
there
that.
It is.
Yeah.
There it is. Let's see here. Pops Attic, what is going on, sir? It's Morphin time, Cowabunga. Kyle, hello. How's it going? Dave is obviously here. Flo is obviously here. RJ, what is up? Paul Rogers is here. He said he got his slab that he won.
Nice.
Sent it to him, and I'm glad that it arrived safely after the last fiasco of Austin. So, Beckerman, what is going on, sir? How are you? Circumstances, man, I'll tell you what, he posts some funny stuff over on Instagram. If you guys aren't following him, make sure you guys give him a follow on IG and YouTube. But on IG, he posts some hilarious reels. You guys definitely got to be following him over on Instagram. And I'll tell you what, I think everyone in here tonight, except for maybe one or two, is a Burke fan member. So I appreciate everyone for doing that. Let's pay them bills, Burke. Oh, shoot. I'm going to be showing off some books that are going to be in this month's Burke box, along with some art, and then I'm going to let the panel decide what they want to be thrown into this month's Burke box. Before we do any of that, though, this is part of the show where we show off our haul for the week. As everyone knows, I do not have a local comic shop, so I order all my stuff from Paul Rogers over at the Augusta Book Exchange. And I think I'm going to wait one more week before I actually get all my stuff sent to me. Dave, did you get any new books this week?
Yeah. I picked up 2 books this week. I'll start off with this week's book. Picked up Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 1. And then I picked up an oldie. Picked up Amazing Spider-Man Annual.
Speedball.
Because we all need a little speedball in our lives.
Beckerman.
It's going around.
So
Beckerman's getting everybody on speed.
yeah,
ball.
so that's what I got this week. Small week.
That's it. Okay. All right. That's cool. Alan Rude, you get any books this week?
Yeah, I got a ton of stuff.
Let's see it.
It's okay. So start with the stuff I haven't read. Immortal Red Sonja, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Nice.
Excellent series. The Chimerian, Hour of the Dragon.
Nice.
I did get Grimm, the foil color.
Foil. Nice.
Ooh, did you
Yeah,
read
I
it?
got the foil. No, I have not read it yet.
Shiny.
Is that the only copy you got?
Yeah, it's the only copy I got.
Okay, so put your email in it. This goes for everyone on the panel tonight. Put your email in the private chat, and I'll send you a digital copy of Grimm #1 from Boom. So you don't have to.
Oh,
So
you
you don't
are
have to
so
open up-
nice.
Well,
You are
appreciate
so
that.
nice.
Dave already has a copy. Rob and Flo and Alan, go and put
What
your
I heard, Burke, is you're trying to kill paper comics, and I don't like that.
I wasn't gonna pick this up, but I decided to. And it's Blood Syndicate #1. And since it's DC, I only buy their B covers because I don't like their A covers at all. So just B covers. Again, at the shelf, picked it up, try it out. Sadly, I got this.
Did you read it?
No, everybody says it's great, so I can't. I'm actually kind of excited to read it.
The Jurassic League. Wow.
Yep. Last Bot Standing. 8 Billion Genies. Oh, I'm not done.
But I only have eyes for one.
Suicide Squad Joker.
Was that good?
Those are books I'm actually going to read, Rob. Noctera. And The Walking Dead Deluxe.
Nice.
I like it.
No,
That's a nice.
yeah, all the
little
ones.
thing.
Well, all those #1s came out at the same time, and I had them on my list to get. It's just because I don't add them to my pull list right away until I read the first 2, in case to find out if I like it or not. So,
I feel you. Rob, you get some books this week?
Yeah, of course. It was like mostly an indie week for me, but I mean, I did get some. I started off with, because I was out of town, my LCS had pulled for me the franchise freebie, so for Free Comic Book Day, so I was able to pick that up. And then the I Am Batman, because you can't have enough with one Batman. Let's get us more Batman
Right.
books. And for some reason, I continue to pick up and peruse through Future State Gotham. I can't figure out why I do it.
Why are you still buying that? It
I
doesn't
think
even
I
have
hate
color.
myself, really, is what it is, Burke.
I'm still buying that, but I think it's just I don't have the balls to tell someone to take something off my pull.
I think I keep forgetting to pull it off my pull list, and then I don't want to be that guy who has his LCS order stuff for him, and then he puts it back on the shelf and doesn't do it. I still, every time I open it up, I think to myself, there's a printing error. No, they're just too cheap to hire a freaking colorist. In case anybody's wondering,
I think they're saving a bunch
it's
of
all
money.
black
for
and white.
it, right?
I'm gonna save one of the best for last here. So, Lady Mechanica. I just always dig Lady Mechanica. Benita's art, the whole steampunk world is kind of fun. Of course, Noctera. Last bot standing. I found it kind of interesting, and my cover pickup. The stories inside are a little lackluster, but hey, when you want to read weird stuff, you pick up Planet Comics because in space you need a bubble helmet to protect yourself from the elements, but apparently not a spacesuit.
You don't need anything to protect your stomach and
It's
your
the
chest
window
and
into her
arms.
soul.
And then you got the mushrooms there at the bottom.
Yeah. So yeah,
Fantastic.
three stories in one book.
Fantastic.
Of course,
love
they're not
it.
complete stories.
High
but
art.
Yeah. So that was the LCS pickups for the week.
Boom. Flo, did you get anything this week, bud?
No, I haven't stopped by the shop yet. But most of that stuff that people have shared is on my pull. So I'm excited for Jurassic League. I'm not excited for Future State. Gotham. What's weird about that title is I wish they just made it like a big manga-like trade. It's like, hey, if you're gonna try to emulate manga, you might as well just go all the way instead of this single issue thing.
Make me read it the wrong direction too.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I've been kind of like digging into digital stuff. So I've been actually reading Hickman's New Avengers, like stuff that I'm like, oh, after Doctor Strange, let me dig into some Marvel stuff, being that I'm so DC heavy.
I like it. I'm just putting the link in the bubble of the chat real quick.
I tell you, I did Burke. I got the worst. I've been on a trend of some really bad packages from eBay as of late, but I've never before gotten a shopping bag that was taped together, a brown paper shopping bag until this
That is
week.
amazing.
So, to all you eBay sellers out there, you didn't know brown paper sacks is where it's at apparently.
I like it.
That's what we get for complaining about Burke's tape job.
That's right. I would rather open a dozen Burke tape jobs than get another freaking brown paper sack lunch comic delivery from eBay.
Let's
When
just
you've
hope
seen
it's
it
not
all.
an expensive book in there.
Yeah. Trying to remember what book is in there.
It's actually an AF-15.
No. No. Oh, it's just a Dell Silver Age book. I opened it up to take a look at it just to make sure that it wasn't completely trashed. But
wow, you got a lot of books this week from RJ. Crossover 13, 8 Billion Genies 1, Cap Symbol of Truth 1, Noctera 10, X-Men 11, Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, and Banner War Alpha #1. And no DC, and I'm kind of a DC guy. Yeah, actually, me and Dave were talking about that, and I think the only DC book that he was going to read was going to be that Superman Son of Kal-El, right?
Yeah, I read that. Oh, this was the only book I picked up. I read a shit ton digitally. And I was looking to get Grimm. The shop didn't have it. Shop didn't have Sandman. It was a small shop I went to, so it didn't have much. So that's why I picked up the back issue too as well.
I did get a couple things in from eBay, and I don't buy from eBay. You guys know that. I made a whole video on it, but I was perusing on there, and I found a deal that was too good to pass up, and so I clicked the buy button, and I wasn't even in the market for it, especially after the con. I already got one of these, but it was 2 for the price of 1. So recently when I was at Planet Comic Con, John Jang was there, and he had a bunch of awesome covers, right? And when I wanted to buy one of them, but he didn't have it. He sold out of it, so I had to buy the other one, which is almost the same cover, and it was $20. Well, I was able to buy these 2 that I'm about to show for $20 or $21 shipped off eBay, and I was pretty excited about it. And they came in, and they're pretty nice. And I think Dave is the only one that's seen these. This is The Boys, Dear Becky, and so this is the same one that I got at the con, right? And then this is the one that I wanted to get, which is the
eyes.
Glowing Eyes. So, and this one is going to be going into this month's Burke box, along with some other books as well that I'll show off in a little bit. And I'll let you guys pick the other books too. So
He's gonna
that's
make
my
sure I
haul.
win that.
What's that?
And he's gonna make sure I win that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of making sure someone wins, did everyone see those comments that person made on DJ Lynx's video from the Slabby one from Alan Rue?
No.
No.
Oh man. Oh,
Was it a
man.
lot of rigged stuff again?
Yeah, but like
Hater of the year.
100%, like he meant it, like 100%. He meant it. Like,
Wow. You know, if you buy as many boxes as DJ does, you're gonna win a fair number of GPs. That's how it works. You know, if you play once ever, chances are you're never gonna win. But if you play the lottery every single week,
5
over and
times
over
a
and over
week?
again,
like
you're gonna
DJ
win
does.
some.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Go ahead, Alan.
Especially if the lottery only has 1 in 10 odds, or 1 in, as opposed to the odds that the real lottery has.
I mean, when I saw it, when my girl drew the name out, I knew it was like as soon as he drops that video, somebody's gonna say something. Somebody's gonna say something because he wins. He does win a lot, but yeah, how many mystery boxes that dude buys? It's ridiculous.
It is a
Yeah,
lot.
exactly.
It is
That's why Beckerman's telling me not to use math. It's not. But yeah, percentages are simply that. You're playing. Not only does he play a lot, but most of those mystery boxes, there's 10, 15, maybe 20 boxes that are involved there. So you have a statistically in a 1 in 10 box, you got a 10% chance right out of the box. So if you if you're buying that many boxes, it's going to happen.
And mine was only 7, so yeah, I mean, you had a really good shot.
Exactly.
And you literally pulled a name out of a hat, correct? Like
Literally
on my channel too. I think it was a week ago, right?
Yes.
Did you show that every never slip had a different name on it before you put it in the hat?
Yes, actually, I did.
Good. See, then that's not rigged. But you didn't. Did you show the hat was empty before you put the slips in?
Yes, I did.
See, there you go.
And I will do the exact same thing for my raffle for my Star Wars book.
Oh yeah. So how many spots you got? How many spots you got left for that?
I lowered it to 10 spots just because at this point I want the book gone. So I had 3 spots left.
3 spots under what? $15 each?
$15 each, 3 for $40.
Okay. And I'll show that off really quickly, that book. And then we'll move on here. I was trying to do a raffle and no one wanted it, and if I don't fill up or get more spots taken by the end of this week, I might just cancel my raffle for mine, which is fine. Okay, so this is a book he's talking
on eBay.
No.
That's what I was telling Steve.
No. I don't like eBay, and you guys know it. So this is a book Alan Rue's trying to sell, or raffle, I should say. It is, what is it? What's the book? It
is Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters #1, Miko Suyon Virgin Variant, signed by Miko Suyon.
There it is.
Yeah, it's a nice book. I didn't already have it. 3
spots left at $15 each. Head up Alan Rue. I'll put a link to his IG over in the chat. What was your guys' favorite read this week? I'll go first. I read 1 book, so my favorite read was Mighty Morphin.
Big surprise.
For me, I think as much as I enjoyed reading Planet Comics, which was horrible stories, Last Spot Standing, it wasn't bad, and I was expecting it to be bad. So there you go. That's high praise for me. It wasn't bad.
Dave, you read a lot of stuff. What was your read of the week?
My favorite was the Sandman Universe, #2. It's a good story. Probably right behind it, I did enjoy Grimm. Grimm was pretty good. I'll tell you what I didn't like. There was a few stories I didn't like this week. I didn't like the Hulk Banner Thor story. Was not a fan of that. I did not like what do you call that? The the Justice League, Jurassic League. I did not like that. It was fun, but it was not what I was expecting, I guess. But
Right.
and the Power Rangers was just okay this week.
Yeah, honestly, I only said it was my favorite because it was the only book I read. But honestly, overall, you can kind of see that they're 100% hinting at they're killing off Matthew Cook, because they got to get to the point of getting a new Pink Ranger, right? And so,
Yep.
and this guy never existed in the TV show, so I think they're trying to get him killed off for sure. But Alan, what was your favorite read of the week?
I'm not much into it because I had to finish up from all my free comic book day stuff. So, what I'm really looking forward to though is the Chimerian and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Those things are always great and they never disappoint. So those will probably be the best ones of the week. Noctera is good, but it's kind of just like in a lull for me. It's in a lull, and I just needed to. I'm just waiting for the finish line right now, actually, for it. So,
Well,
Yeah, I haven't read again any new books this week, but I've really been loving Hickman's New Avengers. That's been fun just to kind of see where the idea of incursions come from, see Reed lead the Illuminati. All that stuff is fun, and it is cool to see where some of the seeds of the MCU stuff is coming from. So that's been a fun read. If you have Marvel Unlimited, I definitely recommend reading that.
I have not seen a new movie.
And if you like Hickman, the first story of Moon Knight, Black, White, and Red was done by Hickman.
Was it good? Because I think that's the first Marvel stuff he's done since Inferno, I think, right?
It was okay. It was okay. It was way into the future, space Moon Knight, basically. It was the least of the three stories I liked.
It was like Starship Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a trend in Marvel.
Which personality's at the helm?
Yeah, it was way out there. It was a new character.
Wait. It wasn't Mark Spector?
It was the Priestess of Khonshu. And then the other two stories were Mark Spector and Mr. Knight.
Okay.
So it was like in the future, like the new avatar, I guess, of Moon Knight.
I will say that I did actually enjoy reading Moon Knight #1 that you sent me.
Oh, did you?
The more I think about it, the more I do like it. And like I said, I probably will get that one clean press and graded at some point, just because I think it's a cool book to have in the PC. So I appreciate that A-OK. But I did enjoy Moon Knight #1, the original Moon Knight #1, more than I thought I would, for sure.
I'm a big fan of the Lemire run.
What's that?
The Lemire run is probably my favorite Moon Knight.
Yeah, that was the one that they heavily focused on in the series.
Not enough, in my opinion.
Not enough. Not enough. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
Is there any books you guys want to review, talk about tonight? Anything that you guys wanted to, I don't know, chit chat about?
I have a rant.
Oh, let's hear it.
Let's go.
I got my John Jang.
Did you get thrown over the top rope?
Bye-bye.
I got my John Jang box today, one of the yellow box, and the slab, not good. Well, the book is perfect. It's
magazine slab.
It's number 2. It's number 2, and it's autographed. It's beautiful, and I don't have number 2, so. But the side here is open. Over here, it's cracked up in that corner in the inside, and it's moving around like a loose weight inside there. It's just not good.
Well,
My entire night.
Magazine cases in general are absolute trash.
Yeah.
So that does not surprise me whatsoever.
I emailed big time, and I guess I'll hear back from them tomorrow or day after. But
yeah,
the raw books are cool.
I've had a fair
Have you
share
hit
of
a mark?
slabs lately that have been not in good shape upon receipt. I mean, I had the one from CGC that was the Avengers Annual that was 10 that was open, and then I just got a couple back. I won't get into it too much because I don't want to yet. From a company that I used to grade with and don't grade with much anymore, but I was testing something because I had an interview coming up, and they sent me back some multiple slabs that come apart, that are at the and are cracked and other stuff. So yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from them to see what their response is when I had a 3 out of 4 have issues that need to be reworked. But I will say though, the grading on it was pretty spot on. There was one book that I completely missed that that they rejected the grade. I had it pre-screened at a 9.6, and he said it's like a 9.290, and I thought I looked at it, at least from the cover side of it, and I completely missed. There was a couple tears in the cover that I never suspected because I picked them up at C2E2 from Comic Mint, everything else, but they caught them. So hey, at least the grading was not just pencil whip it. So yeah.
I'm actually finally sending back some of the books to CGC tomorrow that came that had all those scuffs on it. I fixed what I could fix.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that I could not fix, I went through the foil or whatever. I'm sending 3 books back, and I was waiting because I was like, man, do I really want to send this back and wait another 4 or 5 months for these books? But when I saw several people that got their stuff, like Very Gary, for instance,
1 week. I had
1
week.
1 week.
Yeah, of course. They provided me a overnight return ship label.
Yeah.
And then they shipped it back overnight again too. So
yours was CGC, right?
Yeah, so mine was CGC. It was that Avengers Annual 10 that when I pulled it out, it was not sealed at all. And so the label was loose, the book was loose, everything. And so I contacted them within 1 day. They responded. They gave me a next day air return ship label.
Mm-hmm.
They then received it the day after it was delivered. Then within a week, it was shipped back to me next day air. The longest part was probably the fact that I wasn't here when they tried to deliver it, and so UPS had to come back a couple times. But yeah.
So mine is also next day air. Do I need to drop it off at UPS, or is someone going to come pick it up?
No, you have to drop it off unless you pay for a UPS pickup.
Okay, all right. Then I'll just go drop it off tomorrow. Then
yeah,
that makes it easy on me because I was a little confused by reading the paperwork on it. I was like,
unless you normally have UPS coming around, you'd have to schedule it, and then UPS charges you if you're not a business to have a pickup done. So it's easier to just drop it off.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow. There's one right down the street from my job. So yeah. Hopefully I get those back in 2 weeks. That'd be great. That'd be really, really great.
Yeah, I was really surprised because most of the reholders I've had historically were 3 and 4 month jobs, even on reworks. And so, yeah, was done in a week. And like you said, I've seen a lot of people recently been saying that they're getting, fast tracks and whatever else. They're getting their stuff really quick as long as you're not having to have it pressed there. That they're maybe feeling that pressure of those guaranteed turnaround times over at CBCS.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's it, or maybe they've seen enough of the videos like mine and others that are like CGC unboxing a billion issues again.
Right. Well, there's been a lot of them, right? There and some of the big YouTubers. I mean, not that you're not big with 2,500, buddy, but there's some of the really big guys have had some issues.
Yeah. Like Very Gary had 20,000 subs, and he had every single case cracked. So yeah, they see that.
And those were all magazine slabs too.
Well, yeah. I mean, they got to do something, man. The amount of magazine size slabs they go through with the Last Ronin and TMNT. I understand it's TMNT last run is over, but people are still going to be sending in stuff. Like they gotta fix those magazine size slabs. They just have to.
I can't wait to see. I haven't seen anybody post a review yet on the CBCS magazine slab, but I can't wait to see one of those come through.
Well, they're about another 2 to 3 months out.
They don't have them yet?
No.
They just announced them. They're like,
yeah.
No,
because they announced it, posted pricing and everything.
So actually,
they don't have it. Interesting.
No. So when we were at the con a couple weeks ago, it was 3 weeks ago actually. We were at the con and we're like, hey, Panda here, he has a TMNT #1, and he would really like to put it in the new CBCS magazine holder. And we're like, we can't even like take it from you to take back there because they don't even have the cases ready. Like there's nothing ready. They can't even process it.
Nice.
And
okay, so I missed that.
Yeah, no, I mean
that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to send over my Batman Damned and my TMT1.
Yeah. So they're not ready. I think they announced it pretty preemptively.
Well, they wanted to make the one announcement all at once, probably, but
yeah, and I did message them saying if they want someone to review it, I would love to review it. So, and they did message back saying,
I've got several prestige books that I would love to have signature verification done on, and a couple Star Wars premiere mags that.
Nice.
Yeah.
My LCS does CBCS subs, and I was thinking about submitting my TMNT 1, 2, 3, and 4. Dude, you should. You should. Well, I feel like you should submit like a #4 just to see how it is first, or like wait to see how everyone else's is before you submit yours. But I really want. I'm really interested to see how
it can't be. It can't be worse.
No.
Than the CGC.
It literally cannot be worse.
It can't be worse.
So
you've seen that.
So I've got to imagine that I'd like to think that it's going to be of comparable quality to their comic book slabs, but then again, until you see it, you don't know. It's just pure speculation.
Dave, you have your TMNT #1 in a CGC slab, right?
Yeah, that's my only magazine style slab I have.
How do you like it?
Don't like it.
I don't like it.
I'm glad I bought it already graded, but I wouldn't send the book over there to get graded.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if I have to grab it and I touch it and it clicks, I don't like that.
So
I don't get it.
I got this one done. The tribute variant for #1.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like but it doesn't move. It's not cracked. There's no like spacing or anything. It doesn't click. Nothing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. It's great.
Lock it down.
And then what's that?
Lock it down.
And then I get that one, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, mine
what is this trash?
Mine clicks and moves around.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled with my last Ronin. I got rid of it, but I'm still stuck. I have a Buck Rogers Golden Age book from Australia that's a magazine size, and so it's in one of those slabs. And I would think about sending it to CBCS when they get their own slab to redo it, except the fact that CGC graded it a 9.6, and a 9.6 graded Golden Age book from Australia. I ain't about to crack that son of a gun and take a risk on something.
No.
Tyler says, I almost bought a Jang mystery box. Had it in the cart and everything, and decided not to because I don't want to get a last Ronin slab in those cases.
The last Squirtle?
I don't blame you. How much were those boxes, by the way? I know there was like $100 one, and there was like
blue label was 100. The yellow label that had it was 33 yellow label 9.8s. 17 of those 33 are remarks. That was 160, I think it was. 9.9 box was 300, and the 10.0 box was 400.
Wow. Based off how they did their last box, I'm actually like really impressed with it. And if I wasn't buying all the other stuff I did recently,
they all come with a slab for that. Each
yeah, it was a guarantee.
Yes, all of them get a slab.
Guaranteed 10.0 slab. And
yeah. So I only have because I'm collecting the Jang variants for 1 through 5, and I only have 3, 4, and 5. So I was like, please give me a 1 or 2, And I watched Chip Gettler's unboxing. He did one earlier today, and he got number 1, a remark, which was awesome. And his slab looked pretty good, like it was intact and everything. And then I opened mine up, and yeah, kind of disheartening, but
Oh, 100%.
all right.
Those 9s and 10s are running. 100%.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Actually, Mark. Oh shoot!
But I have the other 4 books I got in that box.
Oh yeah, let's see what you got.
Got Rorschach number 1.
Ooh.
Love that. I was wanting that cover. Ice Cream Man number 25, I think it is. I don't know. But Crossover number 5, which I'm pretty sure is going to get sold to my buddy at work because he loves this series. So, and then this was in there as just an incentive. So, Batman 118.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the get of the box.
The one,
Yeah.
That cover.
It is, but the thing is, I picked one of these up the day it came out from a local LCS. So this is my second one. So I think this is going to get graded and then sold. So
yeah, I got one of my LCS, but I think mine ended up with spots on it, which pissed me off. That I gotta try to get cleaned.
Spots but like my last run-in slab had.
Except it's not in a slab; it's a raw book right now.
Oh man!
It's actually on the spots on the book.
That's what my DC Comics Presents 26 has on the back, like spots just on it.
Yeah, I'm not. There's a lot. There's a lot more issues with books, not just Marvel and their cheap paper, but a lot of DC ones too. I mean, I had to put a couple books back on the shelf and walk away from them because they're just too bad.
Yes, I do.
Flo, are you playing Mario Kart?
No.
what was that ring noise?
Oh, that was my phone.
Oh,
that was in there. I was like,
I really thought Flo was playing Mario Kart.
I do have my Switch there, but yeah, that's not why I'm off camera.
my email ringtone. Whenever I get an email alert, it's Mario Coin from Mario Brothers.
Nice.
Just when I get a text message, it's a Hadouken from Street Fighter. So.
Is that because I'm the youngest guy here where you're like, oh, it has to be?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. No, I don't know. You're the only one not on camera, and I didn't notice anyone else looking down. Then I was like, oh, it's got to be Flo. So, how much younger are you than me? What's your age?
I'm 29. Just turned 29 in January.
And me and Dave are the same age.
Yeah. 93, baby.
I was 5 in 93.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about
I was born.
Rob doesn't want to talk about it. Rob does not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, Rob, I do have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm balding here and here.
Yeah.
Should I just let it go, or should I try some Rogaine?
I wouldn't know about the Rogaine. I couldn't tell you. But I mean, it's on you what your style is. I mean, see, I'm at a disadvantage. I started in the 7th grade. I started wearing a flat top, and so I had kept my hair short and everything else. And then I went into straight into military school out of high school, and I was doing high and tight until I was allowed to go back to my flat top. By the time I finally got out of all that, and I decided I want to try to grow my hair out when I was working for the rock and roll radio station, I was too bald. It came in looking like a monk on the back and everything else. And so fortunately at that time, shaving your head was starting to become a thing that wasn't just racist. And so, so I was able to shave my head, and thank God I had a decent shaped head. And I've been shaving my head since I was 21. Essentially, except for I grew my hair out for my wedding to have a regular hair because I wasn't sure that being bald would be a long-term fashion statement. And immediately after my honeymoon, I shaved my head back off, and I've been shaving it ever since. Every once in
What
a
you
while,
need to do, Burke, is actually do the YouTube thing and get a sponsorship from Keeps.
Oh, damn.
That's where the money is. You guys keep going for those comic sponsorships, but Keeps, that's where it's at, man. That's the mainstream. Get your hair and the money.
Okay.
you could also look at it like this, Burke. Are you married?
Yes.
Are you trying to find another woman?
No.
Then, or are you trying to find another man?
No.
Then who the hell cares?
True. Dave, your hair looks a little thin like mine. What do you think, bro?
I just keep mine short. I keep it really short on the side, keep it close to skin fade, and I just like the top. I like to keep it a little spiky, so I'm cool with it. I accept that I'm losing my hair, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Circumstances said, where is it?
Get that Keeps money. Yeah.
Quit your hair before it quits you, Bert. I didn't realize I was like going bald until like when my wife gave me a buzz cut, and it was like super like thin here and here. I was like, "Why'd you guys cut it so short there?" She goes, "I did it."
Yeah.
And after a while, I realized, oh, it's just thinning right there.
Yeah. If I grow my hair out, it's basically like Bruce Willis. You know.
Yeah, I've been noticing mine since like 25, 26. I've been just slowly receding, so
Jesus.
I'm not gonna do anything about it.
Alan says, "The heck with all y'all. I don't know what you're talking about."
Me and Alan can't relate. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
you guys got beautiful heads.
I know, right? I'm jealous, but it's
I'm
all
also
good.
older than both of you guys, so
Yeah, it's hit me at a young age. It's hit me at a young age. I got arthritis as well, and it's just
What?
everything's happening at a young age. Right?
Jesus.
Arthritis, damn.
I have arthritis in my
Yeah, that happens.
I have arthritis in my
We,
neck. I'm not kidding. I've
We
been
get your AARP
At least you have a
card
neck.
ready?
Your P card.
What did you say, Dave?
So should we get your AARP card ready as well?
I don't know. They said it was probably a old football injury. So here's what happened. I pulled a muscle in my neck like 2.5, 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago, and like I couldn't turn my head for like 2 weeks, and then after that, I noticed my neck started being like unstable and like popping and pinching a lot more, and then it became more and more and more, and then eventually I decided finally to see a doctor, and they said, I'm like, you just have arthritis, and they would give me. They said it was probably from football. I had some old neck injuries from football, and that pulling the muscle was probably the straw that broke the camel's back.
They didn't have you go to like a chiropractor and just get you adjusted?
No, I done all that. I went to a chiropractor first. I went to masseuse. I tried needle therapy. I tried everything before going to a doctor that gives you injections, and I've been 3 times, and so far I haven't seen great results with that either.
Did you go to Asia and see the doctor?
No. So it pretty much sucks. So it is what it is.
Damn,
I'm
Bert could
trying.
have went pro if it wasn't for that neck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go one more time, and
could have called the ancient one.
and if it doesn't do better after this next time, I don't know if I'm gonna keep going or see someone else. I have no idea.
Yeah. Did they suggest like surgery or anything like that, or it was just
No.
like, oh, like you're just getting old? Get over it.
No, I mean he said my arthritis isn't even that bad, so he doesn't understand why it's not working better. So I don't know.
Well,
He just looked at your chart. He's like, yeah, it's all messed up.
No, I mean we
just live with it.
we did a X-ray and everything. So,
just wait, Bert. Put some more mileage on, and put some more weight on, and you'll really feel old real fast.
well, and that's kind of why I don't think I've told anyone this. Outside of Panda, maybe even Dave. After meeting with the guy, he's like, he found some other things wrong with me that I did not know were wrong.
That's
with
why
me.
you never go to the doctor. I'm super healthy, but when I go to my doctor, I'm a wreck. And next thing you know, I've got all kinds of pills I got to take. He wants me on some different diet and do all this other stuff. But if I don't go see him, I'm healthy as a freaking ox.
So basically, he told me like unless I change my diet, my workout habits, which the diet was terrible, and I was not working out because I mean,
doom and gloom. What do they know? Science is for suckers. Come on.
I was probably gonna have a heart attack at some point, whether it's 15.
But you won't care afterwards, will you?
So
once you're dead, you don't care. Those are the end of the year. Those are those final years when you're sitting around waiting to die. Just let it be a surprise. Go happy.
Sound medical advice.
Well, what happened is after he said that, I was like, all right, well, I got to do something.
My wife is going to come over and smack me in a moment, but
8 weeks ago tomorrow is when I saw the doctor, and I did take about a week or two off from like when I went to the con and a little bit after that when I got busy. But as of yesterday morning, maybe it was yesterday or today, I can't remember. I think it was yesterday morning. No, it was today. It was today. I'm down 16 pounds. So
congrats,
man.
Appreciate that. I mean, just been drinking more water and trying to work out. But it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's
it
hard
is.
to do.
I have a Peloton that's like a coat rack at this point. I don't use it.
You know what I noticed is that when you get as fat as I got and you lose 16 pounds, no one notices. That's how overweight you are when no one notices that you lost weight.
I can do one better, Flo. I got a treadmill here that's used more often by the dog, so it can stand up and look out the window.
But did that treadmill cost $3,000?
Close.
Close.
That's an expensive coat rack.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
So, have you guys bought anything off of Whatnot?
Yes,
I have. I've bought like from just really like trusted sellers. I've bought from Southern Comic Geek, a couple of things, but not like I'm not on there all the time.
I
Like
bought
I'll open up.
from Two Brothers Comics because I know them.
So I was on there and feeling that since we're talking about eating healthy and stuff, I went to Taco Bell tonight.
yeah.
Go food. But it was not good. They messed it up. Something big, fierce.
You should have got the sandwich, man. That you weren't at the production meeting.
Apparently, I missed that. I missed the memo. Yeah. But anyway, I just got on Whatnot. I was like, maybe if I buy something small, I just want to try this out. So I was just flipping through different state channels and all this down. Found this guy that does just mystery boxes, straight up mystery boxes, and then he opens them up in front of you, and then you get a chase item, or you get a magic pull, or a secret pull, or whatever. Well, I ended up getting 2 or 3 boxes. And on the third one, I got TM. The chase item was TMNT number 3 and number 7 B covers. So I was pretty happy with that.
How much were the boxes?
50.
Okay, nice, dude.
But I mean, all the other books were probably I might keep a couple, but the other ones are probably going to go. And then I did get an ASM Delato cover, so I was pretty happy.
I go on there from time to time. I found it early on, like it's really easy to get carried away. And so you got to, but I typically go on and I'll go peruse like Alan May. I don't care for his sudden death auctions, but he usually has a variety of stuff. And usually I just go on there to buy some cheap books, low cost books to throw into my giveaway box. Right. And so usually I'll go on there for that. But Taylor, this last week, I mean, he got the Amazing Spider-Man 4, the first appearance of Silk, the incentive variant.
Yeah.
He ended up picking up for like $3.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what it was. Apparently, I didn't have it identified. Taylor said he came into the room just as the auction ended. Nobody, and he goes, "Oh, hey, can you rerun that?" And the guy said, "Sure." And after doing a couple more things, he put it back up again, and nobody bid on it. Taylor bid on it by himself and ended up picking it up for $3.
Wow.
And again, he's saying he got it, and it's pretty darn good condition. So
That's one of those
There's
weird books that happened at my shop too. Like a guy donated like a short box to my LCS, and they
Mhm.
went through it, and most of it was junk. And that 1 in 25, which is a weird looking cover,
Yeah.
was in there. And they sent it off to CGC, and it was a 9.8. They ended up selling that book for like $1,000 in the shop.
Nice. Yeah, I just went into my LCS this week. They don't buy a lot. They're mostly just newer books, but the guys behind the counter have been trying to convince the owner to start buying some collections here and there, and they ended up getting a whole bunch of the old uh, Star Wars. The what's the frickin' company? Shoot with the horse. God damn it.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Yeah, Dark Horse. Thank you. That one. A bunch of the Dark Horse Star Wars books, and the whole run, like a run of from the first appearance of Darth Talon through, a whole bunch of them, and he's showing him. He gives me first crack at him, and I'm all, I'm interested, but my problem is I'm interested in the entire run here that you've got, and I don't want to spend that kind of money even at a bulk buy off the guy. I knew it was gonna be a couple $100, and I thought, well, I'm saving up for some other books. Sorry. But thanks. Let me look.
You're gonna regret that more when the Obi-Wan show premieres.
I don't regret it. Because I'm starting to realize I don't like selling books. So
I feel that same. I always think like, oh, I'm gonna buy this and then stash it, and then when it like pops, I'm gonna sell it, and then
right, but
have
then
a
it's worth
closet
money. And you're
full
like,
of
oh, I
stuff.
don't want to get rid of it. It's worth money now, right?
Yeah.
I have to learn to. I'm having that big debate on a couple of books that I have. I mean, there's a couple of books I have that I know I did get for that sole purpose, and I'm fine with it. But there's a couple of books I have in my collection that I'm kind of partial to, but they're so overvalued right now that I feel like I'm an idiot if I don't cash out on it, and knowing that I can probably reacquire
What
the
are
book.
they?
Well, first one that comes to mind would be this book right here.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
This is a book that
Yeah.
is currently selling for over $2,500 in a 9.8, and I've probably in 3 years I can pick it back up again for it'll be back down to 1,000 or something, so I could reacquire it. So I don't know. I have 2 copies of this book. Only one of them's a 9.8 though. The other one's a 5.5. But at a 9.8 at like $2,500 to $2,700, I paid $300 for the book in the package with the toy. I feel like I should probably cash out on it, but I find it hard because I love Spider-Man 2099.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you whatsoever.
Yeah, cash out before the baby formula wars start.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I live in California. I'll need to buy water pretty soon. So
Yeah.
Oh, I just set up my sprinkler system today. Actually, mowed the
Yeah.
yard and set up the sprinkler.
there's no sprinklers out here, but I have
What is
plastic.
it? What
I
is
have
the deal
plastic
with that?
lawn.
What-
What's the deal with not having water?
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Like, I know you guys haven't had it for like years, but like, what's the deal?
So the majority of the water in this state comes from snowpack, and we haven't had enough snowfall and stay in the mountains in order to fill up the reservoirs and maintain it. B, the state's population continues to grow without addressing storage capacity and everything else. And C, the vast majority of the water falls in about 1/3 of the state. The vast majority, and then you have Southern Cal, the bottom half of the state is really a desert, and they plant stupid stuff like bluegrass out in the middle of the desert that needs to be watered every single day, and stuff in order to be done, and they just keep trucking water down, and like it doesn't matter. So there's a lot of bad uses. There's a lot of environmental issues or impact issues that environmentalists get in front of things and block new developments from getting done because you might hurt this one insect, so we can't put in a new reservoir. There's lots of different things, but biggest issue has been just a lack of snowfall.
Okay, so you guys don't have a bunch of rivers or lakes there then?
Well, most of it comes from the mountain. So what it does is the snow falls in the Sierra Nevadas, and then it runs down the mountains in the rivers and stream and into the delta and everything else, and goes there. But we've had so many dry years that the ground people have been pumping the groundwater as well, so that water gets soaked. Doesn't get a chance to properly recharge the aquifers and the wells and all the other stuff, because when you do get it, it's just a little bit. And then we also had another thing, like around where I'm at, the biggest reservoir we had here, that actually had water in it. We had to drain. The federal government told us we had to drain it because the dam needed seismic retrofit, and they said an earthquake a strong enough earthquake could cause the dam to collapse. So you have to fix this now, and they forced us to drain the reservoir, and so you lost all that drinking water as well too, because you got to fix a dam
What the hell?
because it might have if that, right?
Wow.
So it's like them telling you that you got to, a tornado might come by your house, Burke, so you need to take your roof off.
We have a safe room in our house. We have a safe room. It's all concrete around it. We're pretty safe, and everyone we know has a basement, except for us. We're the only ones without a basement. Surprisingly, I'm at work, but when I stop in and say, "Hey, everyone, hey, what's going on, man? Hey, if you stick around for just like 10 minutes, we're about to go over what books I'm going to put into this month's Burke box. If you want to help vote for that." That was very insightful, by the way, Rob, because I did not know. I've always heard that. So.
There is one other piece of it all too. It's actually that Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico, and they're all pulling from the same. A lot of them all pull from the Colorado River too for a lot of their water and stuff. So those areas have experienced a lot of growth, and those are again desert areas that require a lot of water or water intensive. Now, most of the landscaping in those areas, new developments, don't allow you to put in grass, but there's older developments that were, or people who still just don't know what they're doing. I mean, I've done stuff in my house. We tore out all our grass. We have native plants that are drought tolerant on drip systems in the front yard, and artificial turf in the backyard, and all kinds of stuff like that. But
that's how I saw that a lot when I was in Denver. There was a lot of houses there that had artificial turf as their front yards.
Yeah, there's some of it's really, really good, good quality stuff now, and I like not having to mow it. I like not, if you sit down on it, not having a ton of bugs on you afterwards, and it's easy enough to clean up after when the dog goes out there. And
I mowed my neighbor's yard yesterday. It's not a good idea because he had not mowed his yard whatsoever this year, and it definitely took a year off my mower's life for sure. It sucked. Okay, all right. I'm going to start showing off the books I want to throw in as throw-in books, and then I'm going to let you guys pick out the 6 books that will be put in there from channel sponsor, the 616comics.com. Okay. All right. I got 4 books here in that art, and you guys actually already selected the art for this month, courtesy of Ruby G. He sent over a couple pieces, and before the show started, I let these guys pick out of the 2 what they want in this month's box. Both will go in. Neither one will go in next month's box. This is Dick Grayson by Ruby Guzman. Ruby G. After George Perez. Rest in peace. Which I actually just watched the episode on Comic Book Men where George Perez was on it. That was pretty cool. So this art piece is going in there. And then I have 4 books I'm throwing in. I already said I'm going to be putting this in there. This is The Boys, Dear Becky, number 1. John Jang, Virgin cover. Now I have 2 of those. I'm throwing in a Deathstroke Terminator number 5. It's just a throw-in book. But I'm also throwing in ASM 55 second print, another one of these. We had one in last month's Burke box. We're going to put another one in this month's Burke box. And then a Berserker number 1 signed by Matt Kent. Those are the throw-in books. So now let's get to the exclusives, and I'm going to show them all off, and then I'll let you guys pick what 6 you guys would like in there. So if you want to enter to win this Burke box, hit the join button below and be a family tier member. Now I'm not giving away anything tonight, but if you do want to win a giveaway, you can hit up the 2,500 subscriber giveaway that I just announced Tuesday.
Scott, the only thing he's giving away is a trip to the gun show.
That's right.
Tickets are free.
My shoulders look good. My biceps, my arms are too long for the biceps to look that good. But anyways, all right. So I'm just going to show off the books. I'm just going to run through them. And if you guys like one, I can just pull one out and set it over to the side. These are all books courtesy of the 616comics.com. Radio Apocalypse #1 by Megan Hutchison Cates. We have Bolero #1, another Megan Hutchison Cates virgin cover. This one's like a thick book, a square bound.
Mm-hmm.
Task Force Z, Perillo. That is the trade dress. There's a bunch of these books to go through, so I'm trying to go through them pretty quickly because there's like 20 to go through. I want to say this is Blacktop Bill. I do not know who did the cover, though.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I believe this is also a Noctera Blacktop Bill. It is. This
Yes.
one's by Marco Torrini. That is that ASM 316 homage.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And those fingerprints are just in the bag. I didn't open the book. This is Out #1, Christopher Bust. Pretty cool. Looks a lot like Jane art. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know who did this cover. Looks like another Hutchison Cates cover, but that's actually really nice. It's a movie poster cover. Got a whole bunch left here. Gonna get into some Marvel here. Hulk #2. I think this is the Virgin Jane Giordano. From what I remember from last month, you guys decided that we were going to throw in this next book since we put the Virgin in last month's. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 87 Del Auto. From what I remember, you guys wanted to put that in there. You guys want me to put that in there?
That's a nice book. Yeah.
Okay. That'll go in there. We have 2 different covers here from Cale New. For Batman 118, we have the trade dress. Sick cover. And then we also have the minimal trade dress as well. Cale New. Man, Batman looks jacked.
I feel this was another one of these hyped up. Here's this new character that was a real letdown in the end.
Oh,
Huge letdown.
what was that guy's? What was his name?
Who cares?
Abyss.
Abyss. That's
Abyss.
it. That's it. This is a beauty. This is doesn't say on the back. Dark Knights of Steel #1, Carla Cohen. It's a beauty. Oh, here we go. Some Star Wars. I think we should put one of these in here. Probably the Virgin. Star Wars Crimson Reign #2, Tyler Kirkham. Here's a trade dress. And then the Virgin.
Put the trade dress in.
You guys want to put the trade dress in there? We already have a trade dress of ASM 87.
All right, put the Virgin in then.
It looks like a Noctera cover.
Rob, I know you're a Star Wars guy.
Yeah, no, I love the Virgin variants. That covers didn't do it for me. I actually didn't buy that cover because I was like, oh.
Well, the #1 was so hot, I had to get #2, so I bought that one too.
Yeah.
You should. I bet Bert could do 50 lunges, no problem. I can. You should get a wrestling singlet. Oh my goodness. This looks like a Harley Quinn cover. This is Cult of Icarus #1. It is a beautiful cover. She's riding I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a Monda. Not a Honda. A Monda.
So is that like you don't follow the leader then? She's not the leader to follow because she's not on a Honda?
I guess.
To call back to old enough advertising. Thank you, Alan, for at least getting where I was going with that advertising reference.
Yeah.
Been a long time. I don't know when that was an early 80s
Oh yeah.
tagline, I believe. Follow the leader. He's on a Honda.
Prophet number 1, Ryan Brown. This is a facsimile.
Yes.
Oh, I like the shells dumping out.
Yeah, that's a cool cover.
That is a cool cover. You guys want me to put that in there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We got 3 books in there. We got 3 more we can put in there. I think last time we decided we were going to do these next 3 as a set sometime, but I don't know if you guys still want to. We have, is it X or 10?
It's 10 of swords or 10 of whatever.
Oh, that thing.
10 Lives of Wolverine. Here's number 1. I think this is a Torini cover. We get a trade dress. We have number 2. This is I don't know who did this cover, but it is a sick cover. I feel like I should know who did this cover. This is number 2. And then this number 3 is an Alan.
Number 2, I think, is a Stegman, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 3 is Alan Quah. So I don't know if you guys want to keep those together and put them in.
Yeah, you probably should keep them together.
And then we have 2 more books, and then we can maybe
see what else you got.
Oh, Panda would like this book. Vampirilla, Dracula Unholy, number 2. She's thick.
She's thicker than a Snicker.
Oh, shit. And Faithless, number 3. So as of right now, the 3 books you guys have in there are Prophet number 1, Ryan Brown. Crimson Rain number 1, Tyler Kirkham. ASM 87, Delato.
And how many more do you need?
3 more. So you guys, should we do the 10 Lives of Wolverine? Get that set in there? You guys want to pick something else? Rob doesn't care.
I say it works for me, but you all decide.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet because we pushed it all. You pushed it off from last time. So,
Dave, you good with that?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. All right. We had a lot of Marvel in this month's box. We have 5 Marvel.
That's marvelous.
How long were you waiting to do that, Rob? Like
half a second?
That just sounds like one of those ones that you're just like in the back of your mind. One day you're thinking, I'm waiting for somebody to say that so I can say this.
Sometimes these things just come to you. It's one of the things of being a dad, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If that's what you guys want, then that's what I'll put in there. So,
then in that case, I want an Amazing Fantasy 15, Action Comics 1, Detective 27.
Hey, that Turtles book you got back there, you don't need that. You can throw that in there.
Which one?
The one in the back there.
Which one? There's 2.
The one all the way to my left. You're all the way your far right. There you go.
The TMNT Adventures or the Raphael number 1?
Nah, the Adventures.
You'd want that over the Raphael number 1 first appearance of Casey Jones?
Yeah, you could keep that magazine case, man.
Wow. Wow.
No magazine. That's what it is. He might want the book, but you could keep the case.
So
Yeah, I
here
just
is
want the
this
book.
month's Burke box as chosen by the Burke fan members. We have art piece done by Ruby G. of Dick Grayson. We have the throw-in books. I'm going to show those off first. I don't know what this book's for. Berserker number 1, signed by Matt Kent, the writer. We have ASM 55, second printing. We have Deathstroke, the Terminator, number 5. And then we have John Jang cover for The Boys, Dear Becky, number 1. Then the rest of these books are all from the 616 chosen by you guys. We have ASM 87, Delato. Star Wars Crimson Rain, number 1, the Virgin cover by Tyler Kirkham. We have Prophet number 1, Ryan Brown. This is the facsimile. And then we have a set of 10 Lives of Wolverine, 1, 2, and 3. I think this is a Torini cover, trade dress. I believe you said this is a Stegman cover, according to Nephew Flo. That's number 2. And then number 3.
Does it look like they're the bottom left corner? Doesn't it have the Stegosaur?
It's got 4 different names on there, so I don't know what's going on there.
Usually he's got a little Stegosaur somewhere in there, if it's him.
And then number 3, Alan Quaw. So that is this month's Perk Box, as chosen by you guys. And if you would like to win that, hit the join button below. Become a family tier member. If you want to just win something for free by not having to submit any money whatsoever, hit up the 2,500 subscriber giveaway. I'm giving away 6 free pressings from my presser. I'm giving away an X-Men #1 slab from 2019 signed by Mark Brooks. I'm giving away 3 Power Ranger books as a set. And I'm also giving away, what was it? Oh, Thor #20, the cover A and the 1 of 25 as a set as well. So you have 1 month to enter that.
Don't forget you're also giving away a date with yourself.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know if my wife would like that, but
Well, there's no
that
guarantees
is,
that anything's going to lead to anything. But
that's this month's Burke Box. That is this 2,500 subscriber giveaway. So make sure you guys hit up both of those. So.
Those Power Ranger covers are pretty nice.
Dude, they are.
They are.
And you know
I'm
what
not
else?
a Power Rangers fan, but those covers are nice.
They look great as a set on the wall. I need to put up my set up there. But at the same time, like, how do you take down like these beautiful slabs? I just put up that.
That's why you get a bigger wall.
Well, that's the thing is I've been saying for like 2 years I'm gonna get 3 shelves, and then I'm gonna make them be twice as long, and I want to move over the desk so you can see all 3 rows on both sides. I haven't.
I know. Then you run out of that space too, and you sit there and go, "What are you going to do?" And then you keep going up off camera, so it goes up even higher, and you just don't know what to do. And
exactly, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands.
The next thing you know, you got boxes and boxes of them someplace, and the next thing you know, the boxes and boxes won't fit on your shelves anymore, so you build more shelves, and then you're renting storage lockers. And
you guys can't see it, but there's a lot of stuff behind me. Here, let me see if I can. I'll take a picture real quick so you guys can see. It looks all clean when you can just see from the chest up, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of stuff.
I used to have a garage I could park cars in. How's that?
When you actually use your garage for your car?
No, I used to.
But Rob, the most important thing you have though is right over your left shoulder is the ASM 300, and honestly, that's the first thing I see every time I watch one of your videos. My eye goes straight to it.
I try to keep it in a prominent place just because it is a great book. Plus, it has a great story for that particular copy. I mean, because it was in our family, and we found. I don't know if you ever heard the story of it, but it belonged to my brother-in-law, who passed away. And when we had gone out to his funeral, my wife, who was the executor of the estate, had found it and stuff and kind of brought it out to me. And we're, oh, yeah, kind of cool. That's great. Da, da, da. And I'm all, I've always wanted one of these. Da, da. And she ended up putting it in a bunch of papers and stuff and brought it home. But you don't want to go through that type of stuff because you're thinking of your brother and all this other stuff. And so it got lost in the house, and it was like, I didn't even know it came home with us, but then years later, she's cleaning out junk drawer of stuff basically, and she's like, comes over all of a sudden, she's like, "You're never gonna guess what I just found over in the drawers." And I'm all, what? And buried underneath like all kinds of kids' papers from kindergarten and stuff, because I think every elementary school teacher has taken it upon themselves to destroy the rainforest by how many papers they send home, right?
Yes.
So amidst all that stuff, buried at the bottom was an ASM 300. Was sitting there, and so that was that immediately went off to CGC super fast to get expedited done, and came back in 8.5, which I'm fine with.
That's a great grade.
Great story. I mean, it's solid enough for the story. I was like, it's never going anywhere. So
that's awesome, dude.
All right, so this is behind me. You guys don't see. This is how dirty it is behind me. Hold on, let me fix this here.
That's nothing.
That's not that bad. I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
I got more boxes of slabs than just those right there.
Well, I have 2 boxes of slabs. I have this box here, and this box here, and then obviously the wall of slabs, and then there's this wall over here. You guys can even
It's
see.
adorable.
Did you say that's adorable?
I did.
Oh,
You know how
I
many
love
boxes
you,
of
man.
slabs I have?
Oh,
15?
That there's 17 boxes of
It was
slabs.
close. I said 15.
And that doesn't count. Then there's nearly 250 books out at the grader.
have you ever thought about like selling like a bunch of them to buy just like one huge key?
I've sold some, but the problem is, actually what's really kind of funny is I have a lot of books that aren't really that are slabbed. That earlier on I was slabbing a lot of variants.
Yeah,
So they don't really have necessarily a ton of value. And what's worse is a good number of them, because I was slabbing volumes, I was slabbing PGX, and people aren't really all that super keen on. They don't mind if they get it as a giveaway. They don't mind, and if it's a big enough book, they don't mind. But a book that's like a $70 or $80 book, and then it's a PGX on top of that, they want to pay like $30 for it, and you're like, fuck you. Right. That's how I want to give them my truck. Truck you.
So, are you going to sell some to try to get one big book then, or no?
Oh, I've done some. I mean, I was on your last stream.
You did. That's right. You did
I
sell.
sold some books, and I am going to be getting rid of my Submariner 1 through 12 at some
Now's
point.
a good time.
So that's something I'm going to be doing, and I may go a few others, see what I got that I want to move, because I am down to 11 ASM books that I need, and only 2 of them are affordable at reasonable cheap price.
Right.
The rest of them are going to cost me a fair amount, and of course I am always on the hunt for golden age sci-fi, and none of that stuff is cheap.
Nope.
Really. I mean,
Dave was about to buy an $1,800 Marvel book the other day. Right?
Well, I was looking at it.
there's a lot of those. The problem is there's a lot of
Nothing wrong with
those
a little
lately.
window shopping.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Amazing. That's right. That's right. You were in my sale, and then you also did a mystery box run. So
Yeah, I did. Well, the mystery box run I did was just raw books. That was the first raw book run I did, where it was all raws, no slabs in my books, in my mystery box. That went really well. I think a few people that posted stuff all seemed to really like them. I mean, it was $130 to $140 value for $80, so it was not the like on that. And on your show I did the mystery slab pulls that did pretty well.
I got that Jim Lee Wonder Woman cover.
Which one?
The Jim Lee Wonder Woman cover.
Oh yeah. That's
yeah. So I showed it to my girlfriend. Like, I told her I want it, and she's like, "Really, Wonder Woman, huh?" And then I got it in the mail, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, you're not getting rid of that." I'm like, "Okay, great." I mean, not that I don't like the color. I love the
Justice League. Well, if you don't like the slab, you can always send it to PGX or CBCS, and they'll re-verify the signature and give you a better looking slab.
They will. Yep.
Fortunately, it's really easy to crack out a PGX slab.
That's what I heard.
Well, they intentionally do that. So for their purpose, they claim they intentionally only put it connects at the 4 corners, and the idea is to allow it to breathe easily and allow it so that way they don't have Newton rings. Is what they say. And I've never seen a Newton ring on a PGX slab on their new slabs. So from that aspect there, but the problem is because it's only connecting at the 4 corners, it's a weak point, and it's basically a plastic pin and socket, and if that pin snaps, then all of a sudden it becomes loose. Now, the good thing that they do is, unlike that CGC slab that I had, that Avengers 10, where that label was completely loose and separated, and I talked about how they should have regraded the whole thing because they didn't. Well, on PGX, if I were to pull this out here, this label is sealed in with the book. So when you pull out the inner well, the label is sealed with the book. So it's not as easy to, I mean, it's not impossible, but it's not as easy to do shenanigans. But they do give you a decent amount of space around the book that when you go to cut it out, if you ever go to break one out and you want to send it in for a signature or whatever you want to do, and you want to slice it, you have enough room that you can even have minor shaky hand and still not destroy the book. Whereas CBCS is really tight
it's
against
right
the
there.
book. Yeah, it's really tough. And you got to be really steady at hand to make sure you don't accidentally damage the book. And I have damaged a book trying to crack a CBCS slab.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, I was pulling out I actually had purposely gone out and bought a 9.8 CBCS. It happened to be a CBCS level. I went out purposely to buy a 9.8 book because the raw cover I wasn't sure about. And I was sending it in for a dual signing. It was a very dark cover. And so I said, well, it's already 9.8. Let me crack it and I'll send it in. I was hoping for a CGC, so I could have just sent it to CGC the way it was. But it goes to CBCS. So I go to crack it open and I slice it. And I didn't slice the book, but I didn't slice the inner well enough. And so when I was pulling the book out, it just rubbed and ended up getting color rub on the inner well as I was dragging it out. So I ended up having to pull my raw book out and sending my raw book in. Unfortunately, it came back in 9.8. But thankfully I didn't spend a lot of money on that slab. But it was the first appearance of Duke Thomas. Nobody really is super
But back
keen.
in the New 52, like everyone's like, oh, this could be the next big thing.
It was Batman New 52, but it was not the first like 10 issues that people want. It's the first appearance of Duke Thomas, who becomes the Signal, which DC has yet to figure out what to do with, right? So,
right.
But it's a great
Bob has
cover.
been on a Signal crusade all night, man. You're talking about this on the hot seat.
I know. He's underutilized, man.
Yeah. Signal's #1 fan. I'm surprised he's not on the Great Wall right now.
It's not worth nothing. I do have.
It's worth a lot to you, apparently.
I do have the first appearance, a couple copies of first appearance of Duke Thomas, and a couple copies of his first appearance as the Signal. If he ever does catch on, I'm living large, baby.
Yeah. Richest man alive.
I thought about selling a bunch of my variants because, like, I was putting the books up on my wall behind me, right? And I was like, I was about to put up like a crane or something, and I was like, it's a cool cover, but like, I want keys on my wall. You know what I mean? Like, I want to display keys, and so I didn't put it up there. So it makes me think, like, if I have this book, why? And I don't want to display it. Why do I have it? You know what I mean? And so I might. I don't know.
Mine is the opposite. I want them all, and then on top of that, it's like I want to display them all. My display, what I used to display, I was always like, I want to display the most expensive books, so when people see them, they get all like, "Oh my god!"
Right?
But then I started going, but I don't care about all that, so I started putting certain keys up, and then I was like, but now it's like I really want to get like some of the older cool covers. I'm waiting for so many covers to come back. So many books I have right now at CBCS, and I'm waiting to come back. This wall, you're going to see like a lot less of the newer stuff, and my older Golden Age and Silver Age books are going to be dropping down because they're in chronological order. But I mean, I've got some Golden Age stuff that's in grading right now. That when they come back, I can't wait for them to hit the wall.
Nice.
I'm at like the same point, Burke. I think like I'm kind of growing up as a collector where I'm like, do I really need all these books here? Or I'm just like, hey, like maybe I should just buy like what I really, really want. Just because most of the time I end up, going 2 weeks without reading it and then I give up. I'm like, you know what? So I'm like, how do I get rid of all these books in a good way that's like fiscally responsible, where I could get a return where I could put it into some books I really want.
Sure. And
it's just so hard because most of it is worth nothing,
Sure. Yeah. And you're guaranteed that you're going to lose money on that stuff. And that's just part of it. That's part of us as collectors buying new books at cover price when like 6 months, a year later, they could be half that or worse, So that's just part of it.
Yeah.
Especially if we're gonna do mystery box run, you're gonna
Well,
lose a lot of money on that. So
Yeah.
RJ,
Well, I think
do
like if the mystery box thing, the appealing thing about doing that is just getting rid of a lot of books at once.
just moving them all, yeah.
Yeah, that's where
making
I'm at. I'm like, hey, like I'll give you like a Something is Killing the Children 5 first print if you just take all these books, please.
You just take all these.
It's not even like you're paying for the rent.
Have you ever thought about having a weekly show where you just give away 12 books a week? And
Yeah, Rob's got it figured out.
Dave
He's like-
was talking about downsizing his collection as well because you guys have talked about moving and whatnot. I don't know if that's still. I know we had talked about it at dinner, but I don't know if you guys have decided like when that's going to happen. And I know that you said like you wanted to downsize.
Yeah, I gotta sell a lot. I gotta downsize. I got a baby coming this month. That the office is going to be turned into a nursery, so the comics I have there is going to have to go into a storage unit,
which costs you money, and
which is going to cost me money. So I have to move books. Yeah.
Well, man, that TMNT #1, you just send it my way, and it's a bigger book, so it takes up some space.
It does take up a lot of space.
I keep the case. You keep the case. You send them the book.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I will say this. Speaking of books to move, I was actually going to put up a whole bunch of Power Ranger variants up there, and I think I still am. Those Power Rangers, I have no problem displaying. Those variants, no, I have no problem displaying. It's the other ones when I could be putting up keys. You know what I mean? Like we all have our thing. Like Rob's thing is Mystery in Space, and Dave's is Khonshu and Moon Knight, and me it's Power Rangers. You know what I mean? So. I probably will be throwing up a whole bunch of Power Ranger books on my wall, and I'm not going to sell those because you guys know how much I love me some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We all have our thing we like. So,
no, and part of the reason I'm kind of like getting to this point, I'm like, well, like it seems like market wise, a lot of things have cooled off. Where it's like, hey, like I can get rid of all this fluff and just buy the things I want. It hasn't completely come all the way down, but it's like reasonable. Books aren't becoming $1,000 books overnight like it was like last year or 2 years ago.
Everything's got cooled down tremendously for the most part since I would say how many months ago? Probably like 3 or 4 months ago. Everything's really cool.
Beginning of the month, beginning of the year. Well, look, you've had a lot of. I don't know how people all had the money to fund it. People want to say COVID money, whatever, whether it's stock money, whatever. But the stock market's been, down 4,000 points for the year, and
stock market's horrible right now.
So free money is that you had laying around. I mean, changes things, and so that'll affect it. Inflation goes up.
Too.
Yeah, plus things are costing right with inflation up. If you don't have as much free money as you had, and some of those people that were in the part of the Great Resignation, well, they've been out of work for a while, and their extra money's got to be drying up, I imagine. So,
for sure,
yeah, people aren't stuck at home with nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure. I need to get to bed here, and I got to go to work tomorrow. We got a big day at work, passing out the yearbooks to all the seniors and playing a senior video, and we got graduation.
Have you figured out what you're writing in each kid's book that comes to you yet? Have a cool summer. Your favorite teacher, Burke?
No.
Putting no sleeves.
Everyone gets their own message.
No sleeves.
Oh, wow.
I don't ever think about what I'm going to say until
Aren't you a nice guy?
Everyone gets their own message. I don't know. This is the way I do things. So
personalized.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming on. Alan, Dave, Rob,
of course, thanks.
Flo. Appreciate you guys all seriously for stopping in. This was a lot of fun. Panda, Mark, we do miss you though. We do miss you. We hope you come back soon. But tonight's panel was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys for helping me pick up this month's birthday.
Panda say he doesn't like you anymore. Is that what it was on?
Yeah. It was along those lines.
That makes sense.
I hate you, Burke. You suck.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Same
old Panda. Got it.
On YouTube, and no. He called me actually, and I think Dave could hear it too. I had him on speakerphone. He was just saying he was getting home late, and his family actually waited for him to eat dinner. And so by the time he got home,
Oh, so he was being a
39.
family man. I
yeah,
liked
he was
that
doing
more.
some
I thought he
family
was
stuff tonight. So
being a jerk. It sounded much better.
well, and so I was like, I understand 100%. Don't even worry about it. But
Now
he
I have
is,
to respect him and stuff. That's horrible.
he is shipping the book that I bought from him because I'd been talking about that for a while. I ended up just buying it from him, and he's shipping it on Saturday, so it should be here next week. It is a slab key first appearance, controversial first appearance. Marvel.
Versus Duke Thompson.
What?
ASM 365.
We'll see next week. We will see next week when it shows up. But I appreciate everyone for coming on. We had a great time. Make sure you guys are following them, subscribe to them, supporting this amazing community. I'm going to head up all the sponsors, and then we will get out of here. Thank you to comicbook_pressing on Instagram for sponsoring the Thursday Night Chat now for about 2 years. Check out comicbook_pressing on IG and use promo code BURK54. You get free shipping back to you on your first order. Thank you to the 616comics.com for sponsoring the monthly Burke Box. Make sure you guys check out the 616comics.com. And thank you also to
Keeps.
what?
The new official sponsor.
Oh, shoot. Thank you to everyone that is a channel member of mine, family tier, friend tier, and a supporter tier as well. Everyone in the family tier is entered to win a monthly Burke Box sponsored by the 616comics.com. A link to everyone in the family tier and friend tier, a link to their Instagram and YouTube is in the description of all of my videos. Again, support this amazing community. Follow these guys, subscribe to them, and just support everyone. Thanks, everyone, for coming on. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's Morphin time.